I wear flip-flops, man. I'm like a hippie. Any old fans who thought I was on some shit, just stick around. There's more shit coming.
Special Sundays radio show. I am your host, Miss Special, here with somebody who I've been following for a really long time. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
Sure. What's up, y'all? I'm John West. Good to be here.
Very nice. So, like I said, been following you from a long time. Listening to your music on MySpace when I was in high school. Back when you had Loved You Tonight, the original version, that was on my MySpace page. A lot of people talk about like how you re-released it. Are you ever going to release the original acoustic version again for the people?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my first songs. Maybe we do it tonight. The remake's cool. I'm a little over it. I love the original, so I would love to re-release it. So yes, we'll put it out again, I'm sure, at some point.
And then you did the whole street performing thing in Santa Monica for so long. How do you think that really impacted your career now that you're on Island Def Jam and things like that?
Well, it definitely is a great place to go perform. When you don't really have anywhere else to play. And so it sort of toughens you up a little bit because you're dealing with all these random ass people all the time. You just learn a lot about just trying to get your sort of your energy right. And it was always a great place to go test out new material. So I still go out there from time to time now. But hopefully I can put it in my past soon enough as
Yeah, I heard you say that back in April, that you still go out there like every once in a while on weekends. I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. So you still do it every now and then.
Exactly. Well, at the end of the day, there's still bills to be paid, so it helps out a little bit. But no, it's always been sort of my home base, so it's cool to go back. But but more lately, I've just been on. It's interesting because the past year I made a lot of music that was cool. I got my record with Big Sean and this, that, and the other. But I'm sort of going in a whole different direction now. Yeah, just sort of like getting a little bit back more to the roots, things that still work really on guitar first. Not trying to really be a rapper, trying to sort of rock it a little more, man. The dream is more on that Coachella tip, and to be able to go tour and really be part of that live scene. And a lot of times when you're doing something more urban, then there's not really even that many opportunities. And at the end of the day, like I do something soulful and something urban-ish, but I'm not urban. I wear flip-flops, man. I'm like a hippie.
But those records are really dope. But, like, if you have been listening to you since the MySpace days, you know that those are your roots. And those, they're all incredible songs. But it's like those acoustic songs were just incredible. So for you to take it back there is very, very exciting.
Some of that, but then also just, like, I'm just not as influenced by when I wrote some of those songs. I'm going to play some tonight, like Loved You Tonight or, like, 40 Days or some of my old stuff. It was 6 years ago, so I've just have a lot of new influences since then. So more recently, it's more like just having some fun on some up tempo. Been playing the ukulele on some songs, but it's in a new way, just sort of keeping it sort of indie fresh. So if y'all get some footage tonight of the show, a couple of new jams. Yeah, so we're excited too. So.
And then I loved Lovely. That was like my jam because I love Pusha T, and it was just so beautiful. Like, it was a beautiful song. I actually put it on the mixtape that I released. I want to give that to you. So I love that. So I was always a Pusha T fan, and then I found out that Christian Rich produced that, and Shae from N.E.R.D was the one who was like, oh, put Pusha T on it. I am like a huge N.E.R.D fan. So how did that kind of happen, the Christian Rich and the Shades type thing? Yeah,
Christian Rich were just some guys that my manager at the time sort of knew or had connected with, and they came through, but then everyone really liked the record, and so Shae heard it and was like, oh, well, let me hit up Pusha, and I'll be honest, at the time I was like, Pusha who? I was like, I don't know fucking hip-hop. But I was like, oh, this is tight. So, I'd heard, then I looked him up when he mentioned him, and then a couple days later they sent the record back, and like dude had already done it, like super quick, and it just already had that nice, as much as I'm taking things in that did come out really nice. So, thanks, Pusha.
Indeed.
Now you can get back to his songs about, selling drugs or whatever.
That was a little snippet of his other side. He gave you something else. I'm glad he didn't rap about coke on there, because that just would have been a little awkward.
Like a fatty. I don't even know what he is.
I heard you do rap, though, so...
Just moving on.
Put it in the past. It happened, but we're moving on from it.
Yeah. Sometimes what you can pull off isn't necessarily who you are. And who knows if I can even pull it off, but just trying. I've always used something rhythmic, But you can do rock and roll and be rhythmic, you know what I'm saying? Just singing it from the heart. And I just feel now there's something new to be said, you know, besides, you know, white guy doing soul. So, you know, keep it moving, people.
Exactly. Yeah. So, now that you're on this other musical tip, are we ever going to get the Humble Hustle, or?
There's going to be an album. It's probably not going to be called The Humble Hustle.
It's growth. I love it.
Yeah, it's growth. Right now, codename Blue Dream. But yeah, we're gonna get an album. The good thing is my label is like really cool. Like the label president who signed me, you know, we had a conversation a month or two ago, and I was like, "Hey, David, I'm on some new shit. You know, like I hope you like it. But we're gonna, I got a new team, you know." And so put a new team together, and he was basically like, "John, like I signed you because I believe in you as an artist, not because a certain genre, a certain, you know." So I think this new stuff just feels like I just enjoy it more. I enjoy playing it because it was written on guitar, not written over a beat, you know, and that's just more me. So I think it's just cool, man. It's just like some fun, drunken love songs. I'll still do the slow jams. Don't worry, people.
Where does the title Blue Dream come from, or the code name so far? Where does that stem from?
You should look it up. Blue Dream? Oh, it's I mean, I'm not like a pothead, but it's okay. when I made this one.
I wasn't gonna assume. I was like, maybe there's something else. Okay, yes, I'm aware.
Sativa. It's a killer sativa. It just had a nice name to it, Blue Dream, and I wrote a song called Blue Dream. Maybe I'll play it tonight, but just that sound, I just imagine. I think Blue. I don't know. I just imagine like somebody. I don't know. It just has a nice, you know, image to it, sort of. So.
It sounds pleasant.
Yeah, you know, hashtag Blue Dream. Throw that on your Twitter update tonight.
Yes, indeed. And then you went to college in Chicago for art. What college did you go to?
Columbia College, which is not to be confused with Columbia University, but yeah, it's a cool like liberal arts school in downtown Chicago. My sister went there, and yeah, when I moved there, I was really big. I was doing music on the side, but my main talent or my main passion at the time was cartooning. So I did like political cartoons, comic strips. But there, yeah, I was able to sort of design my own major where you can sort of do a couple, sort of almost like a double minor, and take a bunch of great electives on the side. So I didn't actually take any music classes in college, but at least I wasn't like taking 80 classes in architecture, and then it was very well-rounded liberal arts sort of thing. Yeah. You
said that you don't really do cartoons anymore. Sometimes you do caricatures. Do you ever think you're gonna like slip that into like a music video or an album cover or something? Because you do have the talent.
I should, you know. My art's very silly, you know, and my music's not silly because I'm silly and I want that to come through a little bit. But yeah, maybe if I like drew some cooler. Maybe some dumb music video.
Maybe if you got really high on the Blue Dream and then tried to design the Blue Dream, we could work that out.
Wow, you sound like a great creative consultant for album artwork. Yeah, I might draw something. We'll see. I've always thought about that. I don't know how to work it in yet, but I'll get back to it.
So what else is coming next for you? Got the codename Blue Dream. We got shows here and there. Anything else we're missing?
No, you know, we're sort of just getting this new set of songs together. So it seemed like it's been some time because I got the deal 2 years ago, you know, but it took about a year to put an album together, and then another year to realize that album wasn't going to work for me. And now it's year 3, and you know, but the good news is I got a really great team of managers on board. Some of actually one guy I used to work with back in the day, and he more recently was helping out Iggy Azalea with her career and stuff as her manager. And you know, I feel like I've got the right sort of team together now, where you know they'll sort of, you know, keep me in line, and I think, and hopefully we'll be ending up on some bigger stages, you know, pretty soon. But in the meantime, yeah, probably gonna shoot possibly a video for one of these new things I got going. My biggest plan is to sort of everything I've done in the past year to try to do the opposite now, whatever that means. So be on the lookout.
That's exciting.
West, yes. And for any old fans who thought I was on some shit, just stick around. There's more shit coming.
I love it. Well, that's about it. Have a special Sunday. Stay special. For Special Sundays radio show every Sunday 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and everything special, check out specialsundays.com.